This crisis is not simply a more severe version of the usual business cycle recession, the typical downturn in which economies ultimately adjust and stabilize. If there's a severe recession, the automatic stabilizers will come into effect, and we will still try to reduce the structural deficit, but we will not try to keep cutting the budget so that we keep worsening a severe recession. We spent $100 billion on education, saving the education system 300,000 teachers who were laid off because of the recession. We also put tens of thousands of lower-income kids in college through Pell Grants, which has fundamentally altered their opportunity. We did the same thing with regard to what we did on transportation. So we weren't just trying to, we knew we had to do something big to keep us from going over the cliff into a depression and pull us out of hole. You've heard of mental depression. This is a mental recession. My big double aha moment came while anchoring the national news at CBS News. It was at the height of the recession, and on top of the usual negative stories. My newscasts became full of especially heart-wrenching stories of people losing their homes, jobs, and retirement savings. Starting the morning off like that could leave even the most optimistic person feeling helpless and hopeless. The lightning bolt came when we changed how we talked about the negative. People think of a business cycle, which is a boom followed by a recession and then automatic stabilizers revive the economy. But this time we can't revive. The reason is that every recovery since 1945 has begun with a higher and higher level of debt. The debt is so high now, that since 2008 we've been in what I call debt deflation. The immigrant becomes a kind of insurance policy against the effects of the recession. By blaming him, the pressure valve is regulated in times of crisis. What we have now is a public mindset of us versus them, and an overall anti-immigrant climate that is both troubling and morally reprehensible. There may be a recession in stock prices, but not anything in the nature of a crash. We haven't had a recession for 25 years in Australia. It's partly because of our trade with China. China's been doing relatively well. So some of the tensions around the low-wage economy haven't quite happened here in the same way as they have in the United States. We haven't had a recession for 25 years in Australia. It's partly because of our trade with China. Even though the play, The Best Man, was written a long time ago, the characters seem modern in their struggles to make ends meet and to have a little fun along the way have a very contemporary feel. The similarity between the Great Depression and the Great Recession, as well as the gulf between the super rich and the ordinary Joe, still rings a bell. One of the things this production accentuates is how beautifully Grandpa and his family accept all kinds of people, rich or poor, black or white, and the best thing that can happen to you is to be part of a loving family. I think it will get moving faster. I mean, once you get it off once credit flows, now the recession is going to get worse.